You don't need complicated meals to get shredded. I'm gonna take you guys with me to the top 3 grocery stores that I go to that have helped me lose over 25 pounds. We are 23 weeks out officially. So far with my physique, my weight has been very stubborn. I've hit high 186s, low 187s. Today I was 188, so I think my body's just retaining a bit more water than usual. I think it's probably more so my diet. I think I had a lot more fiber, and I had a bit of a carb up day the other day, so we'll see. But that is being stubborn, but everything I'm doing is on track, so hopefully next week we see quite a low. I just finished a chest workout, didn't do any cardio afterwards. I'm gonna be doing that later in the day. So hopefully it shows a bit more in the chest, especially because you're getting more of a pump. I just finished maybe 15 minutes ago, so. But my chest is feeling really tight. I feel like this is some of the most shredded I've looked so far for this prep. We'll get there. We will get there. And it's not just that I finished working out like just now. I think it's also in the ab area. I feel like I see more cuts, more lines maybe, which I feel like everybody thinks they have abs. I don't think that. I do think I see a little more definition than usual. For next physique update, I'm hoping that we'll be in the 176s. We will see. I did tailor my plan so that it is a little bit lighter in the beginning. So I'm not exactly going for 1.5 pounds right now. I'm kind of working up to that. So I think that is one of the reasons why it's not dropping as drastically as I was hoping. I am hopeful in the future. I know I'm doing everything right. Sometimes you just have to believe and then the weight loss will come. So it is a crisp Friday. After work, it's about 6:30. We are on our way to our first place and we are going to Aldi. Make sure that you always go kind of well fed. I had a decent sized snack before going. I'm going to 3 places. Most people only want to go to 1. And I'm going to 3 in a row. I probably go grocery shopping about once a week. Then I can just do all my meal prepping in one time. It's kind of nice then that way. Here's Aldi. Love to go every single time that I end up going there. I only spend about $100, but I get a ton of groceries. So that is why we always tend to hit that one up first. All right, and we just finished Aldi. Honestly, that's where we probably get a good volume of our food. Super cheap. I think it was only about $88, and I got salmon, I got beef. So I can really live it up actually at Aldi and get a ton of foods that would be a lot more expensive at other places. Costco is next, and Costco is literally like right there, right next to it. So it's 2 minutes at most. See you at Costco. We are done with Costco. That is 2 out of 3 of the places. I'm gonna be honest, for a Friday, I'm actually pretty tired already. We have the majority of shopping done, and also looking in the trunk, I think this is the most groceries I've ever gotten in one trip. Don't know exactly why we're getting so much. We didn't have that much food at my house. That's a big thing when you're dieting. You need to have food at your house, or else you'll make bad decisions. So also, this is the one time where you get to kind of control what goes in your house, and I know for a fact anything I bring into my house, even if I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna have it that much, I typically do have a lot of it. I kind of stay away from like desserts, things like that, or cereal. Not always the best at control. I'm good at not controlling it coming into my house, but if it's in the house, ooh, I will eat it. So Publix is only about 3 minutes away. I like to go to Publix. It's where shopping is a pleasure, and that is a fact. Everything though is more expensive, so I typically get things that I can't get at other places at either Aldi or Costco. Like shredded lettuce, I could not get at Costco or Aldi, so hopefully they'll have some. But I tend to get like my sauces here, things like that, more like unique things. I like Skinny Girl dressing, that's a lot lower in calorie, things like that. They have a lot of good buy one, get one free deals, so I always stock up on those as well. Like ranch. All right guys, just got done with Publix. We ended up just getting a couple of items there, more sauces, things like that. A lot of brands that we can't get at the other places. Really only spent about $50, fairly cheap. Got some BOGO items. So normally some things that I might not normally try, but it was buy one, go one free. So why not? We'll be back home in 5 minutes and show you everything I got. I live on the 4th floor. This is gonna suck. It actually only took us 2 trips to get here. Pretty good, actually. We were thinking it would take 3. Let's go down everything that I have, kind of break down what I got and maybe a little bit of why I got it. First thing we got some chicken breasts. Always need to have that kind of pre-made on hand. And of course, got a bunch of packets. Have a little recipe that I try. I'll share it with you guys sometime. Love to put that in a crock pot. Comes out awesome. This is some oatmeal, some protein oatmeal. I've never had this brand before, but it's buy one, get one free, so I figured, why not? I do have oatmeal somewhat often for breakfast, so always good to have on hand. Then I got some pancakes from Costco. These are a go-to of mine. I love them for breakfast. With some cereal, they're only about 220 calories. Great, great breakfast. And 15 grams of protein per thing. With that, I got some good syrup. I think the syrup is what's gonna make or break those pancakes. So for 2 tablespoons, 1 serving, it's only 5 calories. So this is my go-to. I also got this one just because I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to get the other one. And this is a second go-to. This is only 10 calories per 2 servings. Then I got something that's kind of new. These are egg witches. So it's basically egg, sausage, egg, and a little bit of cheese in there. 190 calories and 17 grams of protein, so really lean. If I'm not feeling either the pancakes or the oatmeal for breakfast, these are good. These are honestly probably good for a good snack too. Pretty low in calorie actually. You'll find if you're ever with me out shopping at a grocery store, I'm just looking at a bunch of labels trying to see their calories and protein. Probably read at least 5 new labels each time I go. Then I got some lettuce just for a salad. Then shredded lettuce. Put this on my sandwiches, hamburgers, everything. Then of course I got more eggs. Got these at Costco. I had the longest time where I couldn't get eggs, can finally get them. I would have gotten egg whites, but Costco did not have any. I have enough for like another week or 2, so it wasn't a necessity. With the eggs, I have my turkey. Love to put this turkey in the eggs. I will sometimes make sandwiches, but that's pretty rare. I got some Taco Bell hot sauce. That is a great one to add. It says it's 0 calories. I feel like it's something that, hey, if you have the whole bottle, it probably is like, 20 calories, something like that. Then I got some ready to eat kind of meal at Costco. I always love to do that. So I ended up getting some shrimp. Super low in calorie, high in protein. I think for 15 ounces of this shrimp, it's only 350 calories. So looking forward to that for dinner tonight. And even though it comes with its own cocktail sauce, I get this kind just because it is a lower calorie option. And I don't actually know how many calories are in that one, so this one is a little bit easier for me and lower in calorie. Then we have my favorite snack, frozen mango. I like to eat this just frozen. It takes me a lot longer to eat when it's frozen. Love the taste of mango. It's fairly cheap. Great source of carbs. I'm putting this in the freezer. Whew. Next, we have my ground beef that I like to make into little patties so I can have it for burgers, tacos, whatever I want. This is 8812. Super lean, a little more expensive than I wanted to, but what can you do? Then I have a little bit of carb sources that I like to throw in every now and then, some kind of noodles. Both are really low in calories. This one's only 287 calories for the whole packet, and this one is 254 calories for the whole packet. Not something I typically have, but if I have the calories for it, I will throw that in there every now and then. Something newer to me, within the last 6 months, I've really started to get into some salmon, so I typically will pick up some kind of salmon. This one is already kind of marinated. Love picking that up. As you can see, I'm really switching up my proteins. We have eggs, chicken, ground beef, salmon, turkey, shrimp, and some beef. So just pick this up. It's a little beef fillet. Figured I'd kind of add this in, kind of more like a steak. Anytime I need a little more fat in my diet, I'll go to this. Get some tomatoes. Always love to add the volume to the meals. Typically this will be in my sandwiches. I have been known to put them in my eggs. Then we have some tortillas. Each one of these is only 60 calories, a lot of fiber. Always love to have this. You can make it into quesadillas, wraps, tacos, whatever you want. Love that. Honestly, onto soups. I'm not a soup guy, okay? This is actually kind of a newer thing for me. I think a lot of you, if you were to see my soup once I'm done with it, you'd actually probably be into it. I love to add chicken to this. So I will put 12 ounces of chicken into just 1 can of soup. So you get the high protein, and honestly, by the time it's done, it's just what would you even say? It's like chicken. It's just like chicken soup, honestly. There's so much chicken in it, it's amazing. I will show you guys that sometime soon. But I love this one, some corn. Don't always have the calories for this because just this one can has 350 calories. Honestly, it's also more fat and carbs rather than protein. And then another kind, same thing, lower in calorie. Love to add chicken to this. All around soups, honestly, my lazier days when I'm going to work, I will just pack this in a bowl. 19 grams of protein, that's actually really good for some of your ready to make meals, especially for 260 calories. I will have frozen meals every now and then, but this has more protein than most frozen meals and lower calories. Then we have more of my keto bread. I think you guys have seen that before. It comes with 2 loaves. Honestly, I love this stuff. 40 calories, 12 grams of fiber, and a decent amount of protein. I think it's 4 grams of protein. We are on to the birds. Got these at Costco. I'd love to pick up rotisserie chickens. Honestly, one of the cheapest things at Costco. I someday want to just have a whole month where I just bulk eating rotisserie chickens. $5, tons of protein, and honestly, this is probably one of my favorite things just to rip up and put it in a little container, bring it for lunch. On to the very final thing, some Diet Dr. Pepper. One of my favorite, I guess you could say, snack. Something to just taste on, something that kind of gives me that sugar craving. Not sure if it's always the best for you, but I love them. So you don't have to spend that much to get all these groceries. I feel like I got a lot of great deals, a lot of volume of food. So normally I think I'm spending maybe 150 a week, if that. If you like this video and you want to see more to come on this journey, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.